Did you know that after eating, the feeling of your stomach swelling, stretching, or tightening isn't always the same? Sometimes it's harmless and temporary, but other times it's a warning sign that your gut is struggling to process what you just fed it. Most people experience bloating weekly, many daily, yet very few know which stage they're in or what their body is trying to communicate. You may feel completely fine until you finish a meal, and then, within minutes, your belly feels tight, rounded, or uncomfortable. Friends may laugh it off as just gas, or you tell yourself it'll pass. But the truth is that bloating has levels. And understanding which one you fall into can change how you digest food, how your body stores fat, how much energy you feel throughout the day, and even how your gut ages over time. Why does this matter? Because mild bloating might just be a response to how fast you ate, but severe bloating could be a reflection of inflammation, food sensitivities, or an imbalance in the gut microbiome, something we all want to fix early instead of discovering later when symptoms escalate. That's why today, we break down 3 levels of bloating after eating mild, noticeable, and severe, so that by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly where you stand and what small changes can help restore comfort, digestion, and gut peace. Keep listening, because level 3 is the one most people live with unknowingly. Tolerating discomfort as if it's normal, even though it often links to deeper digestive stress that the body has been quietly signaling for months. Mild bloating is easily the most familiar feeling. It's the slight fullness that creeps in after a meal, the gentle stretch across your abdomen. Not painful, not concerning, just a sense that you ate a bit more than your stomach wanted to handle in that moment. It often goes away on its own within an hour or two and doesn't stop you from moving around or carrying on with your day. If you touch your belly, it might feel a little firmer, but visually, you might not see much difference. Some people barely notice it. Others feel a small bubble of gas moving around inside. This level is your body whispering rather than shouting, a subtle reminder that digestion takes time and your gut prefers calm, slow eating rather than rushed bites. Technically, mild bloating happens when you swallow extra air, when carbonation from drinks expands inside your stomach, or when the meal contained more salt or fat than your gut is comfortable with. For many, this happens after fast eating. Maybe you were hungry, in a hurry, distracted, watching something, scrolling on your phone, or chatting while eating, which leads you to swallow air. Carbonated drinks make it worse, because every bubble of gas and soda or sparkling water ends up in your gut. Your stomach doesn't like sudden pressure, so it expands slightly to accommodate it. This expansion is what you interpret as bloating. It's not dangerous, but it's a sign of rushed consumption. Imagine the digestive system like a slow-moving machine designed to break food into nutrients step by step. When we rush, we send large chunks of food down quickly, forcing the stomach to do extra work. Chewing is your first digestion stage, and when it's rushed or incomplete, your stomach compensates by producing more acid and enzymes to break it down. Meanwhile, gases form naturally, and if your body can't release them efficiently, they sit inside, stretching the stomach walls. Mild bloating has common triggers that are easy to recognize once you pay attention. Maybe you had a fizzy drink with dinner. Maybe you ate salty snacks or fast food that made your body retain water, creating that puffy, expanded feeling. Maybe you finished a large plate quickly because it tasted good, but your gut didn't get time to signal fullness. Mild bloating is the result. The good news is that mild bloating is the easiest stage to fix. Chewing slowly helps your stomach receive food in a form it can break down easily. Drinking warm water instead of cold or carbonated beverages relaxes digestive muscles, and herbal teas like peppermint or ginger help gas move through instead of sitting trapped. Even walking for 10 minutes after meals can stimulate digestion and reduce gas buildup. Mild bloating is your body's gentle nudge saying, "Slow down, give me time to digest." When you learn to listen to this signal instead of ignoring it, you reduce stress on your gut, and that alone can drastically improve long-term digestive comfort. Picture this. You finish lunch, maybe pasta or rice with chicken. You're satisfied? Maybe slightly more than you needed. 10 minutes later, you feel a subtle expansion. It's not painful, just noticeable. You adjust your posture, maybe loosen your belt slightly, maybe burp once, that's trapped air, leaving within an hour. You feel normal again? That's level 1. It's harmless and temporary. But if mild bloating becomes frequent and ignored, it slowly shifts into the next stage, noticeable bloating, where the gut's whispers become a louder request for change. Noticeable bloating isn't something you only feel, you see it. Your stomach looks visibly rounder, meals sit heavy, and instead of passing quickly, the discomfort lingers. You may find yourself finish eating and immediately feeling full to the point of discomfort. Sitting feels pressured. Bending forward makes you aware of the swelling. and sometimes you even unbutton your pants for relief. This type of bloating often lasts hours, sometimes until bedtime, sometimes even into the next day. Meals that once energized you now leave you drained. Instead of feeling nourished, you feel weighed down. Instead of productivity, your body demands rest. Unlike mild bloating caused mostly by speed or air intake, noticeable bloating is often linked to what you eat and how much you eat. Heavy, oily, sugary, or processed meals require more effort to digest. Eating late at night, when digestion naturally slows, makes things even harder. Your stomach works overtime while you sleep, leading to morning puffiness and discomfort. Overeating is a major factor here. When we eat until completely full rather than comfortably satisfied, the stomach stretches beyond its preferred limit. The Japanese principle, harahachi-bu, meaning eat until 80% full, prevents this overstretching, allowing digestion to flow instead of struggle. Noticeable bloating is also heavily influenced by food sensitivities. Many people don't realize dairy, gluten, or processed foods silently irritate their gut. You may eat bread one day and feel fine, then bloated the next, but repeated exposure increases sensitivity. The gut is like a relationship. Stress, overload, or poor communication leads to conflict. If your bloating improves after releasing gas or using the bathroom, or if food feels like it sits in your stomach too long before moving, it's a sign digestion is slow. This stage can still be reversed gently. Portion awareness, increased fiber from fruits and vegetables, proper hydration, and avoiding heavy meals before sleep make a huge difference. Warm water in the morning helps wake digestion. Ginger or peppermint tea after meals eases gas. And eating whole foods rather than processed ones removes digestive resistance. Noticeable bloating is not a permanent condition. It's a sign the gut is requesting better cooperation. Before matters intensify, if level 1 whispers and level 2 speaks, level 3 shouts, and that's where severe bloating lives. Severe bloating is the stage where the stomach expands dramatically after eating or even without food. It's not just a feeling, it's a visible, uncomfortable swelling that affects daily life. Clothes that fit in the morning may feel tight by afternoon. You may feel like your belly is a balloon with pressure pushing outward and upward, causing discomfort under the ribs. Painful cramps may come and go. Bowel movements become irregular. Constipation or diarrhea appear. And even breathing or movement feels restricted due to abdominal pressure. At this stage, bloating is not occasional. It's frequent, lasting hours or days. People begin to fear meals, asking, "What will this do to me?" rather than "Will this nourish me?" Severe bloating is often linked to gut inflammation, IBS, SIBO, enzyme deficiency, microbiome imbalance, chronic stress, or food intolerance. The gut bacteria may be out of balance, allowing gas-producing microbes to dominate. Undigested food ferments and expands like yeast in dough. Stress intensifies everything. The nervous system shuts down digestion during anxiety, reducing stomach acid and slowing bowel movement. Foods that were once harmless begin to trigger swelling. Even healthy foods like onions, beans, apples, or whole grains can cause gas if bacteria is imbalanced. It becomes a body you don't fully trust. One meal is fine. The next meal causes discomfort. Some people live years in this state thinking this is just how my stomach is, without realizing it can heal. Healing level 3 involves identifying trigger foods, adding probiotics and prebiotics to restore gut flora, giving the digestive system rests through intermittent fasting, drinking warm water in the morning, eating earlier dinners, reducing sugar, processed foods, and dairy temporarily, chewing food thoroughly, and eating with calm instead of stress. The gut is not punishing you, it is asking for partnership. When you cooperate, it heals. When you listen, discomfort fades. One day you wake up and realize a meal didn't make you swell. One day bloating doesn't follow you to bed. One day digestion feels light, peaceful, effortless. Now you understand the full picture. Mild bloating whispers for slower eating. Noticeable bloating speaks for lighter, cleaner choices. Severe bloating shouts for balance and gut repair. Your stomach isn't just a place food lands, it's a living system that responds to how you treat it. Listen to it, respect it, feed it gently, and with consistent care, your body will reward you with comfort, lightness, and peace after every meal.